Okay, today I want to share is my idea about the career readiness among higher education students, issues and challenges in career counseling. This is one of the issues we are facing, yes, with the issues of employability issues of career counselors, issues of the methods of the guidance and counseling in higher education. My name is Mohd Izwan Mahmud. Also, my co-authors is Saleh Ahmad and Abu Yazid Abu Bakar. Uh, the introductions, the career development in 21st century, I will need to focus on the needed knowledge, skills, and abilities of the graduates in fulfilling the demands of the career market. This is one of the issues facing with a higher education student in terms of the employability rates every year. We see the patterns and the trends, the issues of the employability, the salary, the mismatch of the programs and the job demand in the market. And number two, we focus in terms of the discuss about the graduates employability, what we call about the SKPG, Sistem Kajian Pengesanan Graduan. And then also the increase the ability of the higher education by producing graduates who are highly competent and skilled. It's also we call about the demand and supply in the markets. The issues of COVID-19, before COVID-19, during COVID-19 and post COVID-19. Now we have the endemic issues in terms of the graduates employability. And all about the career development, 21st century, graduate employability, I want to need to focus about the career readiness. It's one of the issues uh, faced with higher education students. The career readiness is influenced by the individual. This is a concept, the abilities to make appropriate career choices based on the factors that they influence their career development, such as a family. It's all about the family factors, in terms of the influence of the family in terms of parents, the choosing for the parents in terms of the educations and the career organization, in terms of the big scale or the small scale, in terms of the organization, social and economic factors. The previous study found that university students in the public university have the careerness problem at the low and moderate level. It's one of the issues. It's all the higher education in terms of 2017. Uh, until now, we need to face with the problem issues in the career readiness problem in terms of low and moderate readiness. And then career construct is a psychological factor that involve cognitive, affective, and behavioral elements, which is the influence the career development of an individual, including career planning, career exploration, career choices, and career maturity and decision making. We have a three domains to define the career. It's all about the career decision making, career choices, and the career self-efficacy. And this is all about the pyramids of the information processing domains, what we call the dysfunctional career thinking. The first domain in knowledge domains, decision-making domains, and the executive processing domain. The three domains need to drive from the individuals and abilities to move that, to make sure the students and the person to try to move to lower knowledge domain to the high executive processing domains. The CASV cycle is all about the C refer to the communication, A refer to analyze, S refer to synthesis, V refer to valuing, and E refer to executive. The cycle is one or two or a few process in terms of the career planning and career development in the higher education student. Uh, Now we talk about the issues and challenges in career counseling. The first challenges is the roles and challenges for career counseling. Each one of my ideas and my view to highlight that in terms of the previous study and then the current issues in the employability issues among the higher education student. Second, the role of the ICT, the implementation of the technologies, digital skill, uh, need to utilize in terms of the career guidance, career counseling and guidance counseling in terms of the role of the ICT. The third is new methods, the integrated of the theories and technique to blend together, which is with a come up with a prevention and intervention program to make sure to help and to assist students uh, because of the employability issue is one of the highlight in terms of the university level of the Kementerian or Ministry of Higher Education. The finally is a best practices to make sure for the future, the best practices in terms of the career intervention or the career prevention need to improve because of the techniques of the digital and so on. The role of the career counselor, we have a few points to highlight that the counseling service to assist student, workers, and community. These are broad definitions. Second is to collaborate with the staff, plan educational intervention, curriculum, behavioral management plans, and teaching strategies. What we call the ecosystem of the university, we have the academic and non-academic. The academic, we need to do the teaching and learning, supervision, the assessment, to improve the readiness. But the one thing is support system from the university in terms of the student affairs and career centers need to improve that to make sure the counseling services to assist students and they collaborate with the staff to make sure all the ecosystem in the university can plan together. Number three is consult and collaborates with the student, family, school, personnel, and the other agency regarding behavior and education concern in terms of include the engagement, industrial engagement, the ecosystem university and the industry engagement need to collaborate together. Number four, provide the guidance to the student and create professional and educational information to facilitate post-secondary goal attainment. And finally, the roles of the career counselor design, implements, and evaluates guidance and counseling program focus on the career academic personnel, social, emotional, and development needs of all students. Every student have a needs, different needs. We need to highlight the assessment, how to identify the needs of the student is a difference, but we need to improve to design and develop the intervention and prevention program, make sure to meet the criteria and needs of the different of the student. Number two is the frameworks of the what we call the challenges of the ICT or digital in terms of the program development to the students, and we have four ideas to highlight for the today. The first is provision of information, education, career, and social. We call the system, the website, the Instagram, how to deliver the communication, all the information in terms of the education, career, and social need to improve that. Number two is providing access to automate the interaction. Each one of the element of the issues, we need to integrate the automate interaction. Number three, adaptation and delivering program through the virtual platform. Of course, we face around 2 years, more than 2 years in terms of pandemic to endemic. What we call all the programs, all the intervention, all the prevention program, we improve that to make sure the deliver in terms of online deliverings for the virtual platform, and then the student, the Z generations, very suitable and comforts with the platform of the virtual platform. Number four is offering communication. Is maybe one-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-one, and many-to-many. It's all about the flexibility to the improvement of the program. I think it's one of the challenges issues to among the counselors, career counselors in the university level, the integrated of the old and new theories. We talk about the Holland theories, talk about the super theory, is it still relevant or not? But the thing is, readiness is of a career counselor. We need to say about the skills, the knowledge, and the competency of the counselor reflect to the readiness. Number two is develop and adaptation of the career development programs. We need to revise and revise the programs few times, a year, maybe 2 years, and maybe And number three, develop the detection of the career assessment. Maybe we need to include both modernist and postmodernist what we call the approach. But the thing is, it's all about the improvement. Number four is correlation between of the career development and mental health issue. When we know about the mental health issues and impacts of the career developments, but we need to, I think the role of the counselors, career mental health counselors, and of course the psychiatrists, social workers, we need to work together to make sure this all of the issue, the personnel issue in terms of the higher education student. And finally, we focus on the employability. Number four, collaborate with another professional, especially before I said. Now, career guidance is the most effective because it is lifelong and progressive, connects meaningful to the wider experience and live of the individual who participate in it, recognize the diversity of the individuals and provide service relevant to their needs, combines what we call the range of the interventions. Maybe we include the one-to-one or the online, the platform, the virtual platform, and so on. Encourage the acquisition of the career management skills. The holistic will integrated into other support groups, support service, involve employees and working people to provide active experience of workplaces, delivering by the skilled, well-trained and motivated practitioners, draw on good quality career informations. Maybe it's quality assured and evaluated. Now, finally, I want to highlight because of the discussion and implication of my view and my conceptual framework in terms of the issues and challenges in career counseling in higher education student. Number one is career planning is very important for the student, and career readiness can be improved for the student participation in structured program. Such a program is very important to meet the needs of the students is different. We know that about the need of the student. We need to highlight the assessment, how to assess the needs of the student. And then we, from that the data, we can develop, design the structured career programs. Number two, students are able to increase their career is if they are given the opportunity to develop their potential through suitable career program that suit their needs. Okay? And number three, the career program needs to be based on the current issues or phenomena on the intervention must be appropriate. What we call the intervention must be appropriate. We need to assess the appropriate, the objective, analyze to make sure the students' traits or attributes can happens to make sure we have a data to develop and design the program. Also, facilitators and handle the career development program must be trained and professionals. It's very important. Number four, the level of university student involved the participation in career programs, low or moderate career readiness, the implication student lacks of the awareness on the importance of participating in career program. Is one of the issue. It's a common issue. It's a common issue. Number two is career development program need to be upgraded and improved from time to time. And number five, finally, is the implementation of the career programs. We have the career program must fulfill the current needs of the student, appropriate module contents, and finally the module content must be based on the related career development theories or model. This is one of my ideas today to share with all of you. Thank you very much. Terima kasih dan berjumpa lagi.